Okay guys, since we started back into school, we have been working on dividing whole numbers. Such as 54 divided by 12. And we followed those steps where we first had to divide, multiply, subtract, and then we wanted to bring down the next number. These are the steps for dividing whole numbers. We started out by keeping a remainder. We just had our answer in the quotient, and then we had a remainder down here after we subtracted. And there was nothing left to bring down. Then we took this and we worked on connecting this knowledge to convert fractions into decimals. Such as 1/2. We wanted to convert that into a decimal by saying 1 divided by 2. If we follow these same steps, 1 will not divide into 2. So we want to add a decimal and a 0. Now we're trying to see how many times will 2 go into 10. Bring that decimal straight up. 2 will go into 10 5 times. Now we multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. Now we subtract. We're left with no remainder. So our decimal is 0.5. We also talked about if there was a remainder, we could add a 0 and bring down if it was a repeating decimal. But even if we did this 2 times and it eventually stopped, then it was a terminating decimal. Okay, so we've taken this process, and remember how I said that math builds? So we started with dividing. We used that knowledge to take these fractions, convert them into decimals. And now we're going to continue the knowledge about decimals, and we're going to start adding and subtracting decimals. It's very important to remember that when you add and subtract decimals, you must make sure that your decimals are lined up. Here's what I mean. If I have the problem 20 7/10 minus 3/10, and I want to know what that equals, it's very important that you write it vertically, which means you want to rewrite a problem like this up and down. So you want to say 20.7 minus 0.3. Why do you want to write it vertically? Because you want to make sure that your decimals are lined up. If your decimals are not lined up, your answer is going to be incorrect. From here, you just want to subtract just like normal. 7 minus 3. Bring your decimal straight down. 0 minus 0. And 2 minus 0. Same thing when I'm adding decimals. If I had the problem 4.3 and I wanted to add 4.16, I want to come out to the side and I want to rewrite that 4.3 plus 4.16. If my decimals are lined up like they should be, I'm ready to add. But you're going to notice there's nothing here. What do we always put in a place that's blank in math for our placeholder? A 0. So we say 0 plus 6, 3 plus 1, bring your decimal straight down, and 4 plus 4. There's your answer. I'm going to now introduce something very neat to you. We're going to take the concept of adding and subtracting decimals, and we're going to combine